Hi Chef Fabrizio.
Hi.
Thank you very much for your demonstration. It was really enlightening and we had a great time learning hands-on about how to make those three wonderful Italian dishes. So we were just wondering if we could ask you a few questions about yourself. Maybe you can start by telling us where you're from.
I'm from the north part of Italy, from Emilia-Romagna, where the most of the products are actually coming from. You know, the balsamic vinegar from Modena, the Parmesan cheese, Parma ham, Colca. This is the area, you know. This is this kind of area. So I come from this kind of culture.
And that's very interesting, Chef. And what got you started? And how did you know you wanted to cook for a living?
Well, I never really decide to be a chef. I still need to decide if I want to be a chef or not. But no, let's say it's very simple. It started because I like creativity. So I like to decide what I want to do today, and I like to decide which kind of things I want to do today. So I think if you're not a painter, if you're not a musician, then you're a chef. This is the reason. Then you know, in the beginning, the traditional path. So you know, local restaurant, culinary school, local restaurant, having a look around, and then basically I hit the target very fast, because like at 24 years old I opened a restaurant. I opened my own restaurant. It was an old cellar in the Royal Palace in my city. So basically I opened a restaurant there. So at 30 years old I was settled basically. And then you know, one day I felt like I need to change. So no English, no nothing. Only Italian, and the experience in my place, and I decided to travel. So sold out the restaurant, 6 months, sold out the restaurant, find a job, Egypt. And then I never stopped. That one was 2003. And from there I never stopped. First Egypt and Jordan. First I was in France, and then Egypt, Jordan, and then now I moved to Asia. Next we'll see.
Tell us a little bit about your work experience in Jordan and Egypt.
Well, yeah, you know, the thing is like this. The Egypt was like, for me, was like a startup, because after a long stress, you know, you have a restaurant for a while, so you are the owner, the manager, the chef, you are everything. The sommelier, you are everything. Very stressful, a lot of pressure. So first thing, what you want to do, you want to release. So fly to Egypt, nice hotel, pool, diving. This is what basically, no, this was my year there. I think it's one of the best years I ever had, because I really enjoy. I still remember the time, good time. Then start to go back on track. So from the hotel back to Jordan, we opened 3 hotels there with Kempinski. We opened at sea, Red Sea, and Djibouti. It was the same company, 3 openings, because you know the area is Middle East in Africa, so it's all Arab countries. So we opened 3 hotels there, a lot of pressure again, but the results are coming. Actually, I think if I'm here now it's because I've been there before. Asia is very competitive. So if you don't have a strong background, you're not going to come here. Like, just because you could cook, not enough.
Funny you should mention that, Chef. I'd like to ask you, did you have any difficulties cooking in these Arab countries? Because like the background of Italian food, I suppose they utilize a lot of
well, you know, in Italy we used to say that what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. You know, just you go there in the beginning you sweat, and then what in the beginning was a difficulty, it was like something, you know, was a challenge. In the end become your strength, because nothing scares you anymore. If you can do the things with these people, if you can make it happen. You learn how to never give up. You know, have to happen. No problem what you need to do to make it, but you need to make it happen. This is the philosophy. When you wake up in the morning, you wake up, you start to push until it's gone.
And how did you source for your fresh produce in these countries?
Well, in China it's very easy, because it's a very developed country. They have importing company, they have, you know, this kind of dealing people that they travel up and down and they bring the product. Of course, you have to be willing to pay for the quality, but you can get everything. And the list was a bit different. So it was more challenging. China is okay. China, whatever you want to have, you can have it. I think it's like in Malaysia, you know? Like, if you want to have buffalo mozzarella, you can have the low quality, you can have the good one, you can have the good compromise, and you can have the best.
Chef, regarding your background, who inspired you first to cook?
Well, in Italy we cook. There is nobody doesn't cook. It's like it's normal. Somebody does it professionally, somebody doesn't, but everybody does. It's like for us, I don't know. There's nobody in the family doesn't do that. So I just make this on my job.
So do both your mom and dad cook?
Yeah.
Normally, are there any other chefs in your family?
No. They're more straightforward, you know. They're more like normal path, you know. School, high school, university, and bank. You know, this is what, for example, my sister does.
Chef, was there any other profession you wanted to be if not a chef?
Well, I like to be creative, and if you like to be creative, you don't have many choices, you know. Even if you do marketing, you know, or you do other things, but happen to be a chef, because this is what I can. This is what I know how to do, you know. It's like the other thing I know how to do, they're boring. So I start to do this. I see I like it. I didn't know if this one was really my way, but in the end, just happened.
Are there any chefs whom you look up to or admire, whose work you really like?
Well, yes, I admire all the people, not all the chefs, that they seem able to do more than me, you know, because I want to do the same. So I'm very. I like to follow the people that they are able to create an innovation, you know, because it's like a step. I invent something, okay? On what I invent, you step on and you do something else, and then I see you, I step on you, and I go up. This is how you work. So basically, you know, you keep looking, what is doing, I'm doing this, and then they look at me, and then they do something else, you know? It's like always like this. But of course, it's like you are a pilot and you look at Valentino Rossi. Because you don't know if you reach it, but if you do, then you are pretty much on top.
So Chef, one last question. We'd just like to ask you, where do you think the food industry is headed in Asia?
Well, what I like of the people here in Asia is that you are very curious. So you like to see, you like to look, you like to do the same, you like to learn more. I think this is a very important seed, you know, because with these seeds you can grow everywhere you want. Like if you are curious, you learn. If you learn, you do. If you do, you always do more. So this is what I like here, because you are very quick. Now, if you go to, for example, my family, you go and you propose something different than Italian food, they look at you like a bit like, But here you have your own culture, but you are still looking at me in Italian, you still have great Spanish, French chef, and you are willing to invest in it. And if you're ready to invest in it, you create a market. If you create a market, we can come over. So it's all a circle, you know, it's working, at the moment it's perfect, because you have the right investment and the right attitude on it. Okay, so I think you're ready. It's not over yet. You're going to get more.
Okay, so anyway, thank you very much for your time, Chef. It's been great interviewing you. To talk to you soon. Thanks.
Thank you very much.